Hello friends, and welcome to my channel. In today's tutorial, we'll be taking a deeper look into Python strings. And the first thing we'll be looking at is how to declare Python strings. We've seen this in a couple of videos that I've released, and in this one, I'll just quickly run through it. And so the first thing is let's try to declare a Python string, storing it in a variable called greetings. Hello world. Strings in Python is just a string of characters. It's like an array and it's iterable, but it's not mutable. Right? If I print greetings, right, you can see hello world. It's as simple as that. All right, friends. The next thing we'll be looking at in our list of to-dos is declaring strings in multiple lines using triple quotes. We'll be storing this text or message in a variable called message. So then the triple quote, then let me paste in a text that I've copied already. And that's it. And let me remove this single quotes there. We can break this further into multiple lines. Let me try to print this and let's see what it gives us. You can see our text in multiple lines. It's as simple as that. You can have a text of about 1,000 lines. All you just need to do is enclose it within triple quotes. It's going to print it out as is. And the next thing is escaping characters. Let me clear this out. How do we escape characters in Python string? It's pretty simple. The first method is by using backslash. Oh, so let's get a text right now and see how this works. Let me store a text in the variable text. Let's say I'm going to be doing a video today. Single. Let's try with a double quote first. I'm going to be doing a video today. Let's try this first with a single quote and let's see what happens. You can see already PyCharm is telling us that our string ends after this I because of this single quote, of which this one between the I and M is an apostrophe for English. All right. So for me to allow this in this text, what I can do is to use a backslash like this. Then I end my string with another single quote. So if I print text, let's see what it gives. You can see I'm going to be doing a video today. Then instead of this backslash, I can then use a double quote outside the string, a double quote and another double quote. This is preferable. It's my favorite. So it's going to give us the same thing if I try to run this. It's pretty simple like that. So that's how to escape character or characters in Python. You can either use a backward slash, you can use double quote and single quote. Then say for instance you want to have word some text in quotes within the text, then it will be very nice to use a single quote outside of the string. What I'm trying to say is let me clear this out and put a single quote. And let's modify this a little bit. I am another single quote. I am going to be doing, then I need to place this video within a double quotation marks. So let's try and see this double now. Make it double. That's how it works. So if I print this out, you'll see this text video printed out in double quotation marks. Let's run this again. You can see that's how this works. So we can always escape characters by either using backward slash or and when we need to use an apostrophe in a text, we can enclose our string within double quotes. Then we use an apostrophe where we want to have some word compacted together. That's how it works. So next thing we'll be looking at in our to-do list is using the format method. That's the string format method. This works with placeholder or placeholders depending on how large your text is and whatever you want to impute in the or whatever variable you want to impute in the string. So let's see how this works. Let me create another variable called say text. Then let me quickly impute this stuff. This takes placeholder or placeholders, like I said, depending on the size of your text. So let's take the first placeholder. The placeholder is curly braces as one. Then I need the second one. Then I think I need another one. Placeholder one, placeholder two, and placeholder three are the most popular programming languages. Okay, then the dot format now. Before I go to print text, dot format. Then I'm going to now replace the placeholders with some strings or some variables. So let me show you how this is done. So the first language is Python, comma. The second language is JavaScript, and the third language is, say, Java. Print text. We can see that the dot format method has replaced the placeholders with Python, JavaScript, and Java. This method takes keyword argument or a positional argument. Like we have done now with a positional argument. We can give it a keyword argument. Let's see that. But then before the keyword argument, I can say we can just place some positions. That's positional argument. Now where we want to have the word. Say this is one. Say this is zero, and this is 2. So if I print this now, this is gonna set the word accordingly. That means JavaScript will become the first, while Python will become the second, and Java will become the third. So let's run this and see what it gives us. As you can see, because it's a positional argument, that's why we now have JavaScript as the first, Python and Java following. All right, that's how the format method works. After Python 3.6, we now have the F string formatting, which makes life more beautiful. We have seen this in action in my previous videos, but let's just quickly go over this one more time. Instead of using the string format here, we can just place our string within here. We can use the double quotes, Python, then we can as well print my Java in here. JavaScript, and the third one, Java. So the first thing I need to do is place the F before the first quotation mark, right? And that's how it works. So if I try to print this, see what it gives us. You can see Python, JavaScript, and Java. Let's take, for instance, each of these are different variables, like say lang1 is equal to Python. Let me copy this. So let's say this is lang2 and JavaScript, then lang3 is Java. Then I can now replace lang1, 2, and 3 with what I have in the placeholder already. So lang1, then go here in the second placeholder, lang2, then the third one, lang3. The beauty of this is seen when you have multiple variables that you want to place at whatever position in your text, right? Say you want to twist all of this around, you can bring this to the end of the string. We can bring this to wherever we want it to be in the text. That's what makes the F string much more efficient. If I run this, you see that it's going to give me the same thing. As you can see, we have Python, JavaScript, and you can still break this into two by having multiple variables. I can cut this out and place it after this with a comma, then lang3. Then the next thing, I just copy out JavaScript out here, the third one. So instead of the 4 lines of code, now I have just 3. I've reduced it a little. Or if I print this, let's see what it gives us. Exactly the same thing. The F string is so beautiful and it makes life a little more easier. All right, so that's the F string. And let me clear this out and go to the next thing on our to-do list, which is string methods. Right. Let's take, for instance, that I want to convert the hello world into all lowercase. That's all the characters become lowercase. What do I need to do? I can just, okay, let me copy it or cut it out of there and bring it here and then comment this and then paste my text or my variable, right? and I say dot to upper. Now, if I print greetings, you can see everything is converted to upper. Same thing, we can try to lower. Let's try and print this again. As you can see, everything is changed to lower. Let's capitalize it. The first letter of the first word in the text, it's going to change it to uppercase. So let's capitalize this. Mind you, like I said, it's going to change just the first letter or the first character of the first word in the text to a uppercase. So let's capitalize. So let me print. You can see just the first letter of a first word is capitalized. But for title method, we'll see that the first character of all the words in the text will be capitalized or be converted to uppercase. So let me print this and see what it gives us. You can see the H in hello and the W in world are converted to uppercase. Then the next method we'll be looking at is the strip method. What's the use of this strip method? Like I have here, it is used for removing white space from a string or large text. How does this work? Let me try and place some text, some spaces here. Let me try tap space at the beginning, at the end. We can even break this down into the next line. And let's try to print this out and see what it gives us. You see that it would have removed all the space at the beginning of the text and the space at the end of the text, but it didn't remove the space in the middle of the text. You can see that. All right, so let's bring our text back. Let's run this again. Now we have hello world. So that's strip. If we just want to strip off the what's it called, the space at the beginning of the text, we can do left strip. It's going to rip off the space at the beginning. Let's try to print this. Then if you want to rip off the space at the right hand side, let's just put r strip. That's how that works. You can see the left we didn't see the space on the left, sorry, on the right hand side when I demonstrated that initially, because it's the end of the text. But here we can see that we have several spaces before the hello, right? That's how that works. We have the r strip, we have the l strip, and we have the strip method. Then the next one is the split method. What is the split method used for? The split is using for breaking a string into individual characters or breaking a text into individual word. Right now, let me copy a text. Let me copy this text and bring it in here. All right, with the split method converts these into a list. So if I run message, so let's print message. So we have the text now broken down into individual words, and it's now a list of items rather than a string. That's how the split method works. It is used for tokenization to break text into a line of text into individual words, or just a string into individual characters to form a list. And we saw this in my example I showed in my previous video. That's in the word count example. If you want to count the occurrence of each word in a string, we can first tokenize this text or the message. Then we now iterate over the string. So that's that. Then the last one I would like to show us right now is the replace method. What's the function of the replace method? Let's take, for instance, you want to replace several here and say multiple rather than several. So what do I need to do? Let me type in the function first, or the method first. Then it takes two arguments, the word you want to replace and the new word you want to replace it with. So we want to replace several with multiple, several. Then what we want to replace several with is multiple. Right. So if I run this, you can see instead of the several here, the word has been replaced with multiple. That's all I have for you in this short tutorial. Thank you for staying with me. Then I will appreciate you to just press the like button. Then I would like you to subscribe to my channel for future videos. Thank you and God bless you. Bye bye for now.